Well, hello. I am finito. I didn't get a cane because I had to take some tests in order for my doctor to determine whether I will need a cane or not. But in the meantime, I will be using my brace on my knee. So I just came out of radiology. You know, they had to take some tests of my knee, my right knee, and my back. And also, I had to do a blood test because, she wants to see how my thyroid is doing. You know what I'm saying? So, always have to check that. As I said, this is my new doctor. And believe it or not, she's African American, y'all. She's African American. Beautiful black queen. She examined me and explained everything to me so clearly. I can't say that for the other doctors that I had, but she is 100%. Dr. McKay, that's her name. 100%. They don't have too many African American doctors here, but she told me she and this other female doctor, they're the only two. So I was glad to hear that. And of course, don't get me wrong, I don't have nothing against any other nationalities, doctors or whatever, but I had to give her a big shout out. You know what I'm saying? I even thanked her. I shook her hand. And guess what? She sung just like um that actress. Oh God, I can't remember her name right now. Jesus. It'll come back to me. But anyway, I told her she sounded like her. She was like, for real? I was like, yeah. Anyway, the actress that used to go with 50 Cents, the black actress. Oh God, I can't remember her name. Jesus. It'll come back to me. But anyway, yeah, this young lady, she said they don't just give you a cane like that. You have to get tested and stuff for her to see if you really need the cane because the cane might not do any good for you. You could fall, so they have to check to make sure. So that's good knowing, you know what I'm saying? And also, if you need a cane, the test, she'll determine whether which cane is best for you or not, So that's good to know. That's good to hear. So right now, I will be getting a cane, and yeah, Vivica Fox. That's her name. That's who I wanted to say. Vivica Fox. She sung just like Vivica Fox. Black, beautiful doctor. I'm telling you. And she's on the ball. I never had a black female doctor before, but she was my first. And she know her SHIT. I'm telling you. She, like I said, others that I had Chinese, I had Caucasian, male, female. But this lady, she just, she examines you. She tells you about what is going on. She asks you questions. She explains stuff to you and all of that. She gives you medication that you need if you had medication and you need refills. She asks you all those questions. The others weren't like that. They asked you a few little bitty questions, but they didn't really get all into the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and another thing, the doctor that I had, Dr. Bay, that he's gone. He left. He was Chinese or Japanese, one of them. He was Asian. Anyway, No offense to whoever he was, but you know, I told him I was getting pain in my knee, so he prescribed ibuprofen for me to take. And you know, I thought it was kind of weird because you know, ibuprofen is known to not to be good for you to take anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I went along with it, you know, and you know, Dr. McKay, you know, she just mentioned that, and then she said, you know what, I'm gonna take you off of that, and I'm gonna give you a topical cream. So I just came out of the pharmacy. That's what she gave me, a topical cream. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was very nice of her because some people, some doctors or whatever, you know, they'll just give you stuff and not even tell you how harmful it is to your health or whatever. They'll just give it to you. But you know, she was kind enough to mention that, and she took me off of it. So all those ibuprofen that I was getting, because you know the VA, you know they send you the medication, like they send them to you. You know, they just send them to you, even before the stuff run out. They send them to you. So you know, I just have to get rid of those at my house now. You know, I don't have to take them anymore. But that was good for her to put me on like that. You know what I'm saying? And I thank her very much. And another thing, damn. Oh, my blood pressure was high. It was high. But stupid me, I forgot to take my blood pressure medication this morning, which I do every morning. I don't know if it's because of that, or like the nurse said, you know, sometimes when you're coming to the doctor and stuff like that, you tend to get a little nervous, you know. So, you know, I don't know if it was that too, you know, but yeah, you know, they gave me a sheet to take home, and for a whole week I'm going to be checking my blood pressure at home in the morning and before I go to bed at night. And then when the week is up, I will call or I can email the results to the nurse here at the VA, Lake Baldwin, and let her see my, you know, my blood pressure readings, you know. So that's good, you know. Other than that, you know, I'm doing okay and stuff like that. I bumped my toe this morning getting out the tub, but it's the left foot this time. So as you can see, I'm wearing my sneaker kind of off because it hurts. It hurts. But yeah, you know, they did x-rays of my knee and stuff like that because she didn't have a recent one, so you know, she wanted an updated one to see all of this whatever's going on with my knee. That way, if I do need a cane, she can you know, prescribe me one, give me one, you know. You know, it'll be documented. But in the meantime, she told me to wear my brace, you know, my sleeve. That's what they call it, sleeve, you know. So on my knee. So that's what I'll be wearing, you know. And she said, you know, don't do too much walking and stuff like that, you know, because that will put a lot of pressure on my knee, you know. So I'm gonna slow down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slow down a little bit. But you know, she said, you know, just do the stretching, but don't do too much and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, I'm okay. I'm doing okay. I'm glad I came and got all that good information. And oh yeah, this is what I wanted to say too. Folks, coronavirus is on the rise. I just got my shot. You see, I got my shot. And 65 and older, they're giving they're giving 65 and older a double shot. And in case any of you don't remember, a lot of people lost their lives from coronavirus. So I advise y'all to go take the shot. Go get your coronavirus shot. Coronavirus is out and it's higher than high now. You know what I'm saying? I was reading that in Atlanta, Georgia, in Georgia period, they have a lot of cases. I don't know how many is here in Florida, but I'm quite sure it's spiked up here too. It's spiking up all over the place. I know New York for sure has to be spiked up. It's spiking up all over the place, folks. So go out there and get y'all shots. It could save your life. It could save your life. Stop being ignorant. A lot of people was being ignorant when it first started out. Don't want to take no shot or nothing like that. Talking about, oh, the government is trying to kill them and all this kind of nonsense. And a lot of people that didn't take it, they ended up being unalive. You hear me? So y'all better get smart, get wise, and go take your shots. I did some blood work this morning too. This is for my thyroid, to check it out. So yeah, folks, make sure y'all do the do. Have a good day. I'm gonna wait for the bus right now because I want to do the scenic route. So may God bless y'all. Peace.